Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is August 8th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Alright, I see that these threes point down and these threes point left. These fours force the digit 4 into this cell in block 4. This 4 points up and this 4 points right. So in block 2, the digit 4 is forced into row 3 and then these 4s, they point right. This 9 points right. So in block 8, the digit 9 is forced into row 9, and then these 9s points right. This cell sees another 9. These 5s, they point left. Okay, these 5s force the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 5. Okay, so in block 2, the digits 1 and 7 are missing. The digits 1 and 7 are missing from block 2. These 1s and 7s force both 1 and 7 into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So these two cells form a 1-7 pair and eliminates all other digits from these two cells. So basically, these 1s and 7s eliminates 1s and 7s from these open cells in block 2, and in order to fit both 1 and 7 into block 2, these two digits have to go into these two open cells. So these two cells are reserved for these two digits. So that's why no other digits can go into these two cells. So all other digits are eliminated from these two cells. Um, these ones points right, and this cell sees another one. This 7 points left and this 7 points down. So in block 4, the digit 7, in block 7, sorry, in block 7, the digit 7 is forced into column 1, and then these 7s force the digit 7 into one of these two cells in block 4. Oh, because 1s are here, right? So these 7s points right, this cell sees another 7. So in block 3, the digit 7 is forced into this cell, which also makes this a 4. You could have also looked at row 1 and said 7 is a missing digit, cannot go into these three cells, and this cell also sees 7. So 7 has to go in this cell in row 1, and then 4 is also a missing digit. These three cells see 4, and this cell was just occupied by 7. So 4 can only go here. Okay, and then in row 1, the three missing digits are 1, 8, and 9. This cell sees 1 and 8. So actually, the other two open cells in this row form a 1-8 pair, and this cell is a 9. These 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 4, which makes this a 3, because of these 3s as well. And then these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 5. Now these 3 cells also form a triple, because there are 5 open cells left in block 1, and there's a pair. So the other 3 open cells form a triple of 3, 5, and 6, where this cell sees 5 and 6. So the other two open cells are for 5 and 6, and this cell is a 3. Okay, these 3s point down. So these two cells form a 3-7 pair, because in block 7, the digits 3 and 7 are missing. And because of these 3s and 7s, both 3 and 7 are forced into one of these two cells only, and they share the same two cells. So in order to fit both 3 and 7 into block 7, these two digits have to go into these two cells. Or you can say these two cells are reserved for 3 and 7, and therefore all other digits are eliminated from these two cells, making the other three cells a 2, 5, 8 triple. This 5 points down, and it cannot go into the 3, 7 pair. So 5 is forced into this cell in block 7, which makes this a 6, because it now sees 5. So 6 and 5. Now these two cells form a 2, 8 pair to make up the rest of block 7, which makes this a 1, because the cell cannot contain 8. So this is 1, and the other one is an 8. These two cells form a 2, 6 pair. And these two cells form a 1, 7 pair. So that'll make up block 4. These 5s points right, and this cell sees another 5. So in block 9, the digit 5 is forced into one of these two cells. And these 6s also point right. And you can see that these three cells form a 1, 5, 6 triple. Because of these 1s, 5s, and 6s, these three digits, 1, 5, and 6, in block 9, can only go into one of these three cells. And of course, they share the same three cells. So in order to fit all 1, 5, and 6 into block 9, these three cells would have to be reserved for these three digits. And therefore, all other digits are eliminated from this 1, 5, 6 triple. So now, this 7 points right. With these 7s, they force the digit 7 into this cell, because 7 cannot go into the 1, 5, 6 triple. Okay. Which also makes this a 9. Because 9's here, points right. This 9 points down. Cannot go into the 1, 5, 6 triple, so 9 is forced into this cell in block 9. And then these 9s point up to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 3. And then 9, of course, cannot go into this 1, 7 pair, so this 9 points left to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2, which eliminates 9 from this cell, with these 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 5, which eliminates the 9 in this cell, placing 9 in this cell in block 8. This cell now sees the 7 that I recently placed, so I can place the 3 and 7 in block 7 like so. And then, this cell is 2 or 8 only for this row. These two cells form a pair to make up row 2. The digits involved are 6 and 8, which means that this cell is the other remaining digit, a 3. You could have also seen it by this 3 pointing right, so this cell had to be a 3. And then these 3s point down, and 3 cannot go into the 1, 5, 6 triple, so it is forced into this cell in block 9, which eliminates 3 from this cell, placing the digit 3 in this cell in block 8. These three cells form a triple of 4, 2, 4, and 8. 2, 4, and 8. The three open cells in block 8 form a 2, 4, 8 triple as well. This cell sees a 4, so this cell can only contain either 2 or 8. This is 2, 4, 8. This cell is also 2, 4, 8. There is a 2, 8 pair in column 5. Yet in column 5, the digits 2 and 8 are missing. And these two cells, both of these two cells can only contain 2 or 8. So the other missing digits, which are 1 and 7, cannot go into these two cells, right? So 1 and 7 have to go into the other two cells. So we have a 2, 8 pair and 1, 7 pair. There's another 1, 7 pair in row 6. in row 6, these two cells, I mean, both of these two open cells can only contain 1 and 7. So two open cells can only contain two certain digits. So it's either going to be 1 and 7 like this, or 7 and 1. Either way, 1 and 7 cannot go into any other open cells in this row. So this 1-7 pair eliminates 1s and 7s from all other open cells in the same row. It also means that the other open cells contain the other missing digits. 2, 5, 6, and 8. 2, 5, 6, and 8. This cell sees 5 and 6. So this must be 2 or 8 only. And there's another 2, 4, 8 triple in column 6. It works the same way. And then the other missing digits are 1 and 7. So we have a 2, 4, 8 triple here, and a 1, 7 pair here. But this cell actually sees a 7. So actually, the whole chain of this 1, 7 pair are resolved. Okay, oh, all 7s are placed. Okay, that's nice. Um, okay, so this cell sees a 4. This cell sees a 4. And 4 cannot go into the 1, 5, 6 triple. So in block 9, the digit 4 is forced into row 9, which eliminates 4 from this cell, because in block 9, 4 is guaranteed to go into one of these two cells that are both in row 9. So this cell, no matter what, cannot contain a 4. So if this cell cannot contain 4, this cell also sees 4. So in block 8, the digit 4 is forced into this cell, which also placed the 4 into this cell in block 2. Okay. And then, what next? Let's just fill 2, 4, 8 down here. Oh, but this cell sees a 2. Okay, so 2, of course, cannot go into the 1, 5, 6 triple, and this cell also sees another 2. So in block 9, the digit 2 is forced into column 9. And now, in row 4, the digit 2 is still a missing digit. 2 is still a missing digit in row 4. This cell sees 2, and this cell sees the 2 from block 9. Because in block 9, the digit 2 is guaranteed to go in column 9. So this cell cannot contain 2. So now in row 4, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, which makes this 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, and 8. This 2. Wow, okay. A huge chain reaction. And then this cell also sees, this cell sees another 5, so it is forced into this cell in block 5. Now this cell must be a 6 to make up block 5, which places the 6 and 2. These 2's points right to force the digit 2 into this cell in block 2. In block... what am I saying? In block 6, 2 has to go in this cell. And then in row 4, 5 and 6 are the missing digits, but this cell sees 5. So I can place the 5 and 6 like this. This 6 points down, so this cell sees 5 and 6 now, and must be a 1 for this triple. And then these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 6. The missing digits of block 6 are 4 and 8, but this cell sees 4, so 4 has to go into the other cell of the cells, and 8, 6, 8, 8, 4, 5. Alright, I completed today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in a little under 14 minutes, so I would say this puzzle is quite straightforward, but I'll definitely go with some key points. So the key spots include the 1-7 pair in block 2, the 1-7 pair the 1-7 pair in block 2, and then later on, the 3-7 pair in block 7, the 3-7 pair in block 7, and then there's just a lot of pairs and triples going on in blocks 2, 5, and 8, so in the middle here, like, more towards the end, there are a lot of those, 1-7 pairs, 2-8 pairs, 2-4-8 triples, a lot of those, so I think those are the key spots, and of course, there was, like, the placement of 4 and 2 in block 9 affected block 8 and also row 4 at the end. So those were also quite important. So those were the key spots for this puzzle, in my opinion. Even if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. And hopefully this video helped. Alright, today is August 8th, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!